Now, although these villains do end up accomplishing their goals, it doesn't take very long for karma to come bite them in the butt. My name is AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and these are the top 10 villains who got instant karma, Part 2. At number 10 is Annihilus, who claims to be impenetrable, but immediately got penetrated by Nova. Annihilus's overconfident claim of invincibility shattered him when Nova, keenly observant, exploited a glaring weakness: Annihilus's incessant flapping jaw. With sheer determination, Nova seized the opportunity, prying open Annihilus's jaws and delivering a decisive blow, forceful punch straight down the villain's throat, clutching his inners, and then, as a declaration of the retribution of the billions of people that Annihilus just got rid of, tears his guts right out of Annihilus. The immense effort left Nova drained and exhausted, collapsing from the sheer exertion after this absolute brutality. What have you done lately, Tony? At number 9, the Decepticons ruin planet Cybertron. So in the Transformers universe, Megatron's hunger for power ends up backfiring big time. He thinks he's doing something brilliant by messing with Dark Energon and winning the war, but in doing so, the decision turns Cybertron into a barren wasteland that nobody can live on. Like, he messed up big time. And then, as if that wasn't enough, he starts going after the Autobots, who have already stated that they're done fighting. Like, come on, Megatron, give it a rest. But no, he keeps hunting them down, wasting precious resources in the process. And then what happens? Well, his actions come back to bite him. Cybertron ends up being a dump, and the Decepticons are just as bad in a situation as their enemies. Like, way to go, Megatron, you ruined it for everybody, including yourself. If you're enjoying this video so far, you could support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Top 10 Nerd, and ringing that notification bell. It's free! Number 8 is Killer Croc in Joker Asylum. Killer Croc escapes from Arkham Asylum and finds himself injured, but he was rescued by a man and his wife, who are a couple trying to reach through the ranks of the criminal underground within Gotham. Finding more than a new role in his criminal career, Killer Croc also finds a new family that accepts him for who he is. But then later things turn bad. Croc discovers what he suspected for so long, yet couldn't bring himself to see it: that the couple was simply using Croc the entire time and secretly found Croc intolerable. Betrayed, Croc brutally retaliates. By the time Batman catches up, discovering Croc among the scattered remains of his former accomplices, Croc actually asks Batman to be taken back to Arkham Asylum. The Riddler. That time in Hush when Batman said if he reveals a secret identity, he ruins the greatest riddle of them all. See, in the world of heroes and villainy, the dynamic between the Batman and the Riddler often hinges on intellect. When the Riddler threatens to expose Batman's identity, the Dark Knight's response is not a counter threat or brute force, but a clever mind game. Batman shatters the Riddler's plan by simply asking, "What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence?" And getting the expected answer, obviously time to get a new fence, he shows the flaw in the Riddler's scheme. You see, revealing Batman's identity will be akin to letting everybody know the trick to a well-known riddle, rendering it meaningless. It's a slick maneuver. The Riddler, defeated by his own game, realizes the futility of his plan. At number 6 is Penguin's unaliving scene in Batman Returns. In Batman Returns, the Penguin's dramatic exit showcased both his sinister intent and his ultimate misfortune. As he attempts to stand against Batman, grasping for a weapon to bring them both down, fate intervenes with the comedically wrong choice. You see, instead of the lethal weapon, which comes in the form of an umbrella disguised as a pew-pew, he snatches an adorable, harmless umbrella, sealing his own defeat in a moment of mistaken choice. The Penguin's downfall wasn't just this failed attempt, but also an ironic twist of fate, adding a touch of dark humor to his defeat. Even the most diabolical plans can crumble due to a simple mistake, turning the tables on the villain's intentions. 5 is Joker in Injustice. The complex alternate universe of Injustice, Superman's moral compass, faces a critical challenge when the Joker's heinous plot sets off a catastrophic chain of events. Driven to the brink of despair and enraged by the Joker's vile manipulation, Superman momentarily succumbs to his emotions, breaking his commitment by sending his fist straight through the Joker, marking a profound turning point in the hero's journey. Later down the line, Superman gets knocked out and has a dream, wherein Batman intervenes at the last second. Seeing through the Joker's plan, Batman calls up Superman and stops him from eliminating his wife. Then he takes in the Joker and promises Superman that the Joker will never hurt him or his family again. They then go into the Batmobile, and Batman Twist Stark moment underscores the immense impact villains wield on the moral fabric of heroes. At number 4 is the Free Radicals. The Free Radicals are a team of supervillains that first appear in the OG X-Men 2099 after being tracked down by Crystalline, who's in search of her brother. Like their chemical namesakes, the Free Radicals are catalysts of change against governmental and corporate aggression. The group consists of Billy Zed, Daze, Rainmaker, Trance, and Instant Karma. Yeah, you see what I did there? Instant Karma is actually a pretty cool concept. She's basically got this energy field which allows her to analyze and mimic any weapon that's used against her, like a more elaborate, less thought out version of Taskmaster, making her exceptionally difficult to take down in combat. At number 3 are Wanda's kids. Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda Maximoff, was dealing with a lot after the whole Avengers Endgame thing. See, her pals were gone, her partner Vision was toast, she was feeling pretty messed up, and then came WandaVision, where she basically created her dream life complete with a new family. But in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, things got bleak. She was all into finding her kids, Billy and Tommy. She didn't care if she had to wreck the whole multiverse to do it. Pretty extreme. But when she finally catches up to her after causing chaos everywhere, they freak out. As it turns out, they're scared of her because they know that she's not their real mom. And right then and there, she steps up and fixes the mess she's made, destroying what caused the trouble and making things right in the multiverse, sacrificing herself and her dreams of reuniting with her loved ones. At number 2 is Surtur in Thor Ragnarok, playing the big bad fire demon card and all, but then comes Thor, casually roasting him with sass and wit. Instead of cowering in fear, Thor's throwing shade like confetti at a birthday party. Now Surtur's all serious, talking about the end of everything Ragnarok. Thor's just not having it. He's like, hey Mr. Fire Dude, prophecy sounds like a bedtime story gone wrong. And while Surtur's busy trying to look menacing, Thor is busy summoning Mjolnir, not breaking a sweat. Now sure, it wasn't the smoothest move, but Thor's banter game was quite on point. At number 1, Loki Get Smashed. Loki once thought he was untouchable, especially when facing Earth's mightiest heroes. He proclaimed his godliness and dared challenge the Hulk. However, it turned out to be a classic case of talking too soon. You see, his arrogance got the better of him as the Hulk casually interrupted his grandiose speech. Loki's smug confidence quickly deflated as the Hulk took matters into his own massive green hands. The Hulk treated Loki like a ragdoll, thrashing him around as if he were a mere toy. And after numerous thunderous blows, the Hulk taught Loki a lesson. It was a swift and rather poetic justice, culminating with the Hulk's iconic quip, "Puny God." And there you have it, folks. Villains getting what they deserved in the most unexpected way. These stories show that no villain can escape their comeuppance. So keep rooting for the heroes and relishing in those moments when justice prevails. This has been AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you all in another video. Later, nerds.